Greetings, everyone. How are you? Hope you are all doing well. My name is Janice Henderson, and I want to welcome you to Morning Dew. Today's encouraging word comes to us from James 4, verse 6, and it states, "But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he said, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble." Today, I continue to focus on the series, The Fruit of the Spirit, looking at the attribute love. Today's topic is love is not proud. When we consider the agape love of God, this love is not proud. This love demonstrates humility. And we saw this first in what God did, in that he left the splendor of heaven and he robed himself in flesh. He confined himself to flesh and came and died on our behalf. John 1, verse 1 and 14 states, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth." God could have destroyed the world when mankind sinned, but he chose to come in the form of sinful man. He humbled himself, took on the form of flesh. He suffered many things because he wanted to redeem mankind from sin. And because of the humility that Jesus demonstrated, it is important that we as believers who are mirroring Christ also demonstrate humility. We should be humble. Proverbs 15, verse 33 states, "The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility." It is important that we humble ourselves before God, that we reverence him, that we submit ourselves to him. And when we humble ourselves, then we will recognize that we in ourselves, we are unable to sustain ourselves. Humble ourselves, recognizing that we are breathing God's breath. We are alive because of him. Recognize that it is God who is sustaining us. It is God who is keeping us. And therefore we should humble ourselves before him, reverence him, give unto him the glory that is due unto his name. Humble ourselves, recognizing that we were in a position where we could not save ourselves. And it took Jesus to die in our place. And because of his sacrifice, we now have access to eternal life. And when we look at what Christ has done for us, and when we consider ourselves, we would ensure that we exercise this humility, especially in how we treat others. Recognize that we are all precious in God's sight, and Jesus died for each and every one of us, and thus we should treat each other well. Luke 6, verse 31 states, "And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise." It is important that you demonstrate the love of God in how you treat others, in how you interact with them. Treat them as how you would want to be treated. Treat each person with respect. Show love, show empathy, recognizing that we are all, as humans, are precious in God's sight, and he died for each and every one of us. Therefore, if we are demonstrating this love of God, it means we should operate in humility. And this would cause us to treat others well, not to think of ourselves as better than anyone, nor to think that anyone is better than you are, but rightly acknowledging who we are in light of the value that God has placed on each and every one of us, in the fact that Jesus was willing to die for each and every one of us. And because of that, we should therefore humble ourselves, treat others well, and thus demonstrate the agape love of Christ. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I invite you to join me again tomorrow for another Morning Dew. Until then, have a wonderful day. As you go throughout the day and the rest of the week, remember that love is not proud, that love is humble, and before honor is humility. When we consider what Christ has done for us, it is important that we humble ourselves, we reverence Him, and we treat others well. Have a wonderful day. God bless you and shalom.